Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another match reaction. If you're waiting for this video, fair play. You are a big fan of the channel, big fan of the Blades, and I love you all. I don't particularly want to be talking about this match tonight, to be perfectly honest. Oh, God. The Blades nil, Rotherham United 1. It's not been a good night for the Blades, let's be honest. There seemed like there was a bit of a hangover from that Burnley win. We were fantastic against Burnley, especially in that second half, but it just didn't feel like we could get the boys up for Rotherham. It really didn't. And at the end of the day, still a South Yorkshire derby. The lads still should be getting themselves up for this game big time, and Hecky should be getting themselves up. Hecky's a Barnsley lad at the end of the day. Now, Rotherham, I don't want to be disrespectful to Rotherham, but this was Rotherham's cup final tonight. It was. And we just didn't turn up. We thought we could just turn up and we would just win. And the amount of great results that Rotherham have got this season, not just against big teams, against small teams, against medium teams in this division, Rotherham know how to nick goals and know how to defend really well. That's exactly what they did tonight. I don't want to be disrespectful to them because I thought that Rotherham did a lot better than us going forward, and certainly better than us defensively. I thought they were fantastic in defense. This isn't going to be a long stream. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We weren't good. Really weren't good going forward. We were dodgy at the back, and we were even worse going forward. In the first half, I think it took 25 minutes for us to look like we're even going to get near their goal, like maybe even 30 minutes. In the first half, we did quite well going down that right hand side. One where Anel, lovely little flick back into the box where I believe McBurney had a shot blocked and it went over the bar. There was another one that McBurney had a shot blocked again, I believe. There was one where Ender Stevens got in on the left hand side where McAtee laid him through, and he passed a low cross into the box that got cleared. Other than that, I think that's about it. Rotherham took advantage of very sloppy defending from us. So what happened with the goal on 44, 45, something like that? Jack Robinson and Anel were messing about, not clearing it. And Egan and Ben Osborne were ball watching. I think he was originally Ben Osborne's man, and Osborne just left him to his own devices. Egan also ball watching because Egan, if he had any sort of awareness, he would know that he was there. And Egan should really know better. Egan should be looking around like this constantly, looking for people to pick up. And yeah, Ben Osborne, it was his man. Both of them to blame, though, for me. Really poor decision for both of them to do that. Really poor. Left him all on his own to just slide the ball past Wes. And let's be honest, Wes had absolutely no chance with this, but he just sat Wes on his backside, didn't he? Wes obviously was going to go to the right, and he laid it into that front post on Wes's left. But Wes, when you're one-on-one, you expect your goalkeeper to try and make themselves as big as possible. Wes just sat down. So yeah, not good all round for that goal. And looking at it at that point, I was thinking we've barely created anything unless we come out like we did against Burnley and go all guns blazing. We're not going to get 3 points out of this game. We might not even get one, and we didn't get one out of this game. Really poor, guys. Really poor. From start to finish, really. I thought we were better in the second half. We posed them more threats in the second half. McBurney again went close with two other chances. I think one was a header that kind of landed under the goalkeeper. It could have squirmed underneath him, but he just picked it up. Another one where McBurney just kind of danced through the Miller's defense, and it was on his left foot, and he just side foots it straight to the goalkeeper into his hands. The only thing that I would really say, I thought the referee was very helpful to us, shall we say, for most of the match. The Millers could have had a penalty in the second half. It would have been soft from Ender. I think it was Ender Stevens coming back after Jack Robinson. I don't know if he made a mistake or he was just a bit ball watching. But Ender comes back, I believe, and I think he touches the striker, but he goes down really, really easily. I thought he was going to give a penalty for that. I'll be perfectly honest. And if he'd have given it, I'd have been like, fair enough. I'd have been screaming for that if it was the other end. Um, but saying that, I think the Millers attacker should have really stayed on his feet because he had all. It was 1-on-1 with Wes. He had all the goal to aim at. Barely touched him, and it goes down like a sack of spuds. And Keith Stroud doesn't give it. I think he more than equaled that up by, I don't know who it was. One of the Millers defenders handballed it. The Where I was sat on both sides, either on the south stand or on the family stand, everybody could see that he'd used this part of his arm to stop that ball from going through. I think McBurney was gonna, he was on his shoulder ready to run past him and take the ball on, and he goes like that, and he's clearly handballed it. The lino should have given that. And later on, the lino stopped play because Billy Sharp dived in with a tackle and got him booked. So the lino can stop that when Billy Sharp won the ball, did dive in, and give away a free kick. But when someone blatantly handballs it and they're the last man, should have been sent off. He should have been sent off. And saying that, it'd have probably been a harder game for us because you know how difficult it is to play against 10 men, especially when they're defending for the rest of the game. So yeah, to be fair, Rotherham defended fantastically all the way through. We just didn't have what it took to unlock that door. And it is a little bit concerning because that's happened a lot to us this season, a lot away from home, occasionally at home. But yeah, really, really concerning that we can't score a goal at home against anyone in the division, really. Like, I would back us playing like we did, especially against Burnley or any other game of this season at home. I would back us to score a goal against any team. And tonight was really poor. I do worry that sometimes playing that kind of flat three. I know Fleck came off injured, which we don't want to see that. Hopefully, Flecky will be fine for the next game. Probably not. Probably looking to get him back after the World Cup break. I feel like when we play that flat three, that we are setting ourselves up to defend well, and then hoping that Ndiaye and McBurney pull something out of the hat. McAtee got forward a bit more tonight. I thought McAtee looked okay in patches, but it's still not really enough for an attacking player of his caliber. He should be creating chances at will. He should be looking like he's head and shoulders above everybody else. At the end of the day, he's a Man City youngster. He's so well thought of from the Man City fans and backroom staff that he should be taking the scruff of taking these games by the scruff of the neck, especially when you're playing, no offense, teams like Rotherham that on paper don't have the players of Burnley, of Norwich, of Watford. You would think these games he needs to step up and be that attacking threat and create chances for Illiman and Ole. But no, he did okay. Like I said, he did okay in patches. He got into some good areas. Created some good chances, or some good opportunities. But yeah, not quite good enough. Ollie Norwood, I thought was fantastic, other than his dead ball taking, his free kicks from outside the box. That's twice where he just blazed the ball over the bar. The first time in the first half, it only just went over the bar. The second half, I don't know what he was doing. He's blazed it well over the bar. Now, even if he gets that on target, the wall's stopping it. That needed right on the edge of the box. McAtee created the chance for getting brought down. I'd have let McAtee take it with his left foot and just try to flick it, just dink it over the wall. A lot of you might remember Stephen Quinn's free kick against Portsmouth in the Premier League, that fantastic free kick he took against David James. It's literally just a clip over the wall. There doesn't need to be too much pace on it because there's not much distance between there and the goal line. And the keeper kept putting himself into some positions where he was pretty much touching the post. So if you get that up and over and on target, the keeper's not getting there. And yeah, I think it was a poor decision for Norwood to take both of them, to be perfectly honest. Um, who else played well? Trying to think of positives here, guys. I really am. By the way, 86 people in the stream. I really appreciate that at 21 minutes past 11 after a 1-0 dreary defeat to Rotherham. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like the video to show your support to me, Hal, Ollie, and everybody else. Because, yeah, obviously at 20 past 11 at night, I don't want to be talking about Rotherham beating the Blades 1-0 at home. But yeah, here I am. Who else played well? I think Ollie tried and tried and tried, but nothing really came off for him tonight. I think a lot of times the ball just didn't drop for us. Like, whereas for against Burnley, it just did. Everything dropped in the right positions. You probably make your own luck, but at the same time, I do think we were quite unlucky with a lot of balls dropping tonight, either dropping to the goalkeeper or dropping for a defender to hack away, just not in the right positions. But yeah, like I say, you make your own luck. We weren't good. We weren't good at all. Like I say, I think all in all, other than the free kick taking, was pretty good. Put some good balls into the box. Always starts the attacks off really, really quickly. There was one chance in the second half that fell to Egan, and I knew he was going to strike it well. It came over. He hit it on the half volley, I believe. Kept it down, or kept it down enough for it to go on target. The keeper makes an easy save, but it's straight at him, straight down his throat. It's one of them. He's hit it too well. Because if he shanks that a little bit, it's probably going past the goalkeeper. But watching that back on Sky Sports after coming back from Bramall Lane, Egan literally has a million years that he could have just took that down and just passed it past the goalkeeper. He doesn't realize, obviously, because he's watching that ball come down, but he's got so much time that he doesn't realize to bring that down and shoot. The goalkeeper's not coming out. There's no defenders anywhere near him. Like I say, it could have brought that down, and that could have been 1-1 back in the game and trying to look for a winner, but it wasn't to be. My big issue with this game is that Kadra should have been on with 30 minutes to go. Kadra came on with 10-15 minutes to go. He was too late. Kadra did a lot of good things when he came on as well. He was picking the ball up on the wing, beating their number 10 every single time. Didn't look like a defender to me. So Kadra was running at him, beating him every time, getting into some good positions, putting some good balls in. I would have liked to have seen that for a lot longer, but we didn't. Basham into centre mid, I think it was a good idea. Don't think it quite worked, but Basham further up the field is always going to cause problems, because Bash always causes problems in and around the box. He's a very good technical player, actually, Basham. Very good on the ball. Can twist and turn, snake hips, and create something from nothing. So I think that's probably why Hecky did that. Kind of played him as a right-sided central midfielder or something like that. So I can see where he was going with it. Didn't quite work. I'd have rather have seen Enel stay on for longer periods. But yeah, Enel, he was okay. I thought he was quite good, actually. I was going to say he didn't have his best game, but I still thought he was probably head and shoulders above most players. Sharpie, when he came on, I wanted to see him not just try and scrap with their players. I wanted to see him get into better positions, pick up a bit of space where he can, he can ask for the ball and try and get a shot away quick. But he just seemed like he came on to scrap with them, push him about, and it didn't really work for him. Illy, one of his worst games of the season, probably. I don't know whether he's picked up an injury, but towards the end of the game, he got deeper and deeper and deeper. And he just kept falling over the ball for some reason. He kept picking it up and always trying to go backwards. I wonder if he'd picked up an injury and he just didn't think he had it in him to take 2 or 3 players on like he usually does. So, yeah, I do wonder about that. We have only got one more game left until the World Cup break, thank God, because I do think we need a bit of a refresh. I think Burnley was saying that. We were fantastic against Burnley, scored 5 goals. If we could have only saved 2 of them and took them against Rotherham, that would have been great. It would have been great to have gone top of the league tonight, but it wasn't to be. We're still in a very, very good position. 3 points off top of the league, 1 point off second, and I think we're 3 points off fourth, as in Norwich are 3 points behind us. So it's not bad. We're in a really, really good position. Let's not be too down on ourselves. I'll quickly go through a few comments. I don't think we've got too many. We've got 43, which is still more than I expected. Kieran saying, in a nutshell, we were shocking from the word go. No ambition, no fight, no nothing. How this team meet Burnley on Saturday baffles me. Credit to Millers, they came with a plan and it worked. Exactly, that's it. That's right. Carl, Nick, it was a terrible performance. You're absolutely right, buddy. You're absolutely right. I am trying to spin it in a bit more of a positive way because we are still third in the league, guys. We really are. But I was a little bit worried when I saw the team sheet because I was thinking again, Ozzy against a team like Burnley is great because he does all the ugly things well. But when you've got a lot of the ball, Ozzy just tends to go around in circles and end up going backwards. So yeah, I don't like seeing Ozzy do that. I really don't. Reckon Illiman got a blog on not being in the World Cup squad. He looks miles off it tonight, and so unlike Illiman. You are absolutely right. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't him. It wasn't a game. To be fair, though, I think Ile against teams like this is more, what's the word? I think he's more dangerous in the first half. And that sounds daft thing to say, but especially when we're losing 1-0 to a team that's going to come, has come for a point or come for three and then to defend. When they've got four, five, six, seven, 8 men behind the ball, Illy's struggles. He really does. And the deeper that he gets, the more that he can't affect in that final kind of third or that back line, because I want to see him as far up as possible with the receiving the ball into feet and then turning or flicking it through to someone else. When he's so deep, he runs with it, he gets to a certain point and then he's crowded out. But yeah, it wasn't a great performance by him today. Should have started with Sharp, maybe, but it's all in hindsight, isn't it? Was 100% handball right in front of me on the cop. Exactly. I did say that. I absolutely said that. Thanks for that. Thanks for backing me up on that one. We did miss Doyle. I think we missed those legs in midfield, didn't we? Because Fleck, Norwood, and Osborne, Osborne's got legs on him, but you needed a bit of bite in there tonight, and I don't think there was any bite from anyone in this game. 2 free kicks taken terribly. That's from what I was saying earlier from Doyle. We got. Oh, sorry. I'll move on from that one because I think I've missed something. Egan scores that chance for Ireland, no doubt. Fantastic point. Fantastic point. He would. He'd have smashed that in the top corner. Kadri should have been on earlier. I was very surprised to see Anel come off too. Yeah. I wonder if Anel was carrying a knock. I thought at first he was. He looked like he was ambling off and then he started running and I'm thinking, he doesn't look injured. I don't know why we didn't take McBurney off when he got injured as well, right towards the end. I know there was only a few minutes left. Could barely walk. What's the point of McBurney when he can barely walk? I love Sharp, but this is his last season. Heartbreaking stuff. Doesn't look usual Billy Sharp. No, he doesn't. You're right. You are right. But I still think there's some work for Billy to do. I really do. I see you at the match all the time in the Tony Curry stand. That is Matthew, because that's exactly where I sit. Give me a shout out next time you see me. Got a lot of time for you, Nick, because you speak the same as I. I think seconds later you say it whilst I'm typing it out. I love that, Kieran. I love that. And I can't cheat because I don't look at the comments until after I've spoken. But I like to hear that. Some people don't agree with me. Some people do. I'm a realist. I don't like to... I'm not really a happy clapper, but sometimes I feel like you've got to put a positive spin on it, especially when you've done so well this season. The lads, it's just, we've got strength in depth. We've just got so many injuries. I don't even know sometimes how we put teams out. But yeah, that team definitely should have beaten Rotherham tonight. They really should have. Suddenly couldn't find you, Nick, like I mentioned on Messenger. Oh, yeah, definitely. Sorry about that, Carl. To be fair, it was a pretty swift drive from work to the ground to getting in the ground. And I was joined by fan cam legend Luke Van Dome tonight. It was great to speak to Luke. Great to see Luke and chat to him about football. I've never actually watched a game with Luke before, so it was great to see him and speak to him and stuff. But he must be a jinx. He's got to be a jinx, surely. Lots of respect, Nick, for tonight, mate. Awful performance. Still talking positive about the Blades at 10:30 on a weeknight. Oh, you're absolutely right. I need to go to bed. I really do. I think we should leave it there because we've gone over 20 minutes. I never expected to talk about this rubbish match for 20 minutes. And I didn't make one note. I just came back, had a look at the highlights on Sky online, and then just remembered everything else, or tried to remember anyway. If I've missed anything, let me know in the comments. Also, if you're watching this as a video, thank you very much. Please make sure you put a like on it. Make sure you comment. If there's anything that I've said that you agree with, let me know in the comments. It's always nice to see that. But also, equally, if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments too, because I like to be challenged. I like to have a chat. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be tonight. We could have gone top. We haven't. We're still third. We're still more than in this promotion race, this top two race. Let's go to Cardiff. Let's try and pick up 3 points. You never know. We might be top still going into the World Cup. I doubt it, but let's see. Let's go to Cardiff. Let's try and win over there. Let's try and go to the World Cup. Uh, yeah, off the back of 3 points. And then hopefully we get Sander back, we get Jaden Bogle back, we get Doyle back, we get the cavalry back, and we can just give it a right old go until the end of the season. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.